everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am going to be doing this makeup look, which is inspired by Anita Pallenberg. If you don't know who Anita Pallenberg is, I would highly recommend Googling it. But just to give you a little bit of backstory, she was a model and an actor in, let's see, 60s and 70s. She was also considered the sixth stone of the Rolling Stones. She was a common law wife and partner of Keith Richards until the 80s. And she was just everything I've researched about her. I've been in love with her since I was like a kid. She was just like a really cool, she had a really cool style. She did some questionable things, but she did have a really cool style, and she was super smart. She knew like 6 languages. She was born of German descent, and yeah, just really cool. And I really dug the way that she styled herself and her makeup. So this look is something that was really easy, really fast, that you can do every day. This is basically like my go-to everyday look. And it doesn't look too retro, but it is inspired by a 1970s look from her performance in the movie Performance, starring Anita Pallenberg and Mick Jagger. So if you like what you see, please watch all the way through to the end, and I will show you how I recreated this. Like and subscribe, and let's get started. Alright, so I already did this eye, so I'm just going to start on this one. So I'm using Smolder eyeliner. This is a really simple look. I love the 1960s. This is from a movie still of Anita when she was in Performance. She was in Performance. It was 1970 with Mick Jagger. Such a good movie. I highly recommend it. So they put a lot of black eyeliner just around the eyes. I love 60s looks, but I find for me, for every day, that cut crease and painted lashes is not something that I'm going to do. So I loved her style. It was very rock and roll. She was considered like the sixth stone. She was with Brian Jones in the beginning, but then he ended up being horrible to her, and Keith Richards, she became friends with him when they were all hanging out, and then one night, I think it was in Morocco, Brian Jones had hit her. Keith Richards came in and took her away, and I think they went to Paris. But that's what started their romance, and she was his common law wife till I think the 80s. But anyway, she was so cool, and just, so my point is, with this look and her makeup look in general, it's something that was easy that she could throw on that looked great. And that's what I try to do with my everyday makeup, because I always do my makeup. It just makes me feel good when I leave the house. My mom was the same way. Even when she worked from home, she got up, she took a shower, put her makeup on, got fully dressed to stay at home. And that's how I was raised, and I loved it. Okay, so what I just threw on, the eyeshadow I just threw on, is this. I wanted like a cooler gray, not so warm. So that is like a mid-tone brown, like grayish brown. Has a light frost to it, so it's really easy to blend out. I didn't put a base down. I didn't put any concealer or anything. I just used a firm brush and applied that all to the lid area, and then brought it up into the crease. There's different ways that you can do your crease. You can add a little bit of eyeshadow to your brush and then go into the crease area, or you can apply all the color first, and then with a brush that doesn't have any product on it, just go back and forth and blend that out. And then with the eyeliner, what I did is I went in with a smaller, firmer brush, well, a small firm brush, And with nothing on it, I just go in and blend that out. And the liner was pretty substantial, pretty thick, so, and that's exactly how I like it too, because I have smaller eyes. I also didn't go on the inner rim. I'm gonna go in with this one is from Fluid. This is a great brand. They are for everybody, so it's just for people that want to wear makeup. It's not marketed towards a certain gender, which I really appreciate. It's just for people that want to wear makeup, and this is a really beautiful cream pencil that you can use as a liner. I think you can use it on your lips, you can use it on your cheeks, on your eyes. I like it on the inner membrane because if I don't want to close my eye up with a dark pencil, I'll go in with something that's a little bit lighter, not really too dark. And this has a frost to it, so it adds that sparkle to the eye. Really great company and really beautiful product. Yeah, so it was really simple. 3 products so far. Now I'm gonna go in for my lashes. I saw this interview with Anita, she's so cool. She said that she hated mascara, so whenever she was a model as well, whenever she would be on a shoot, they were like, where's your mascara? And she would just lick her finger and, there, is that good? Anyway, but for this look, they did use mascara, so I'm going in with the Chanel primer. I don't know why I ever put mascara on without a primer for my lashes. My lashes are longer now since I've been using Revitalash. It's a really good product. But they're very thin and flimsy still. I just never had really nice thick lashes. But if you put a primer down first, it adds a layer immediately. So when you go in with mascara, you're not there forever trying to apply so many layers. And this lengthens them a little bit too. I just had a little sample of it. Now I'll go in with the Chanel Volume. Should let it, I like to let it dry, you don't have to. It depends on your lashes. I feel like everybody's lashes are different, so you know what works best for you if you try different things. But for me, I like to let it set for a little bit. It goes on white, so you can actually see how the mascara is or the primer is making your lashes look longer and thicker. Also gives you a guide for when you're going in with mascara, so you can see where you've missed. But I find that putting a primer down first is just so much faster. I take like 20 minutes putting on my mascara. I like a lot of mascara, but oh god. Not that I have any place to go. But still, I'd rather be doing something else than applying mascara. There, god, that took like no time at all. I'm gonna keep adding though. Alright, so that is it for the eyes. Now let's move on to the rest of the skin. The rest of the skin was pretty natural. There wasn't a lot of cheek or anything. She just perfected the skin. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm using just a full coverage concealer. I like to use 2. So I'll do one that's the color of my skin for any of those small veins in the darkness. And I'll take a small brush, go in with a shade that's a little bit lighter, and just pop that underneath the puff. I like to set under the eyes with a little bit of powder. This is the Chanel powder in the 10 Ultra Tenue. This shade is 22 Beige Rose. I'm just using a small fluffy brush. I believe this is e.l.f. e.l.f. has some really good brushes. Sculpt a little bit. This is MAC Sculpt. This is a 188 brush. Just to pop up the cheeks a little. The look really wasn't about the brows, it was more of that focus on the eyes. So I'm not gonna add blush or anything. I'm just gonna keep that as it is, because it really was just about like the skin and just kind of like amping up the contours of the face. For lips, this is L'Oreal Color Riche Matte in Masterminding. I really like these. I really like these lip pencils. I think they're waterproof or water resistant. So if you have to wear a mask, I'm also that person that underneath the scarf that I'm wearing outside, I have a lip on. It's for me. Like everything's just for me. So I find that this is a really natural liner. You can, natural color and natural finish, it's really nice. You don't have to. I just find for myself, I like my lips to look like a certain shape, and I'm not recreating exactly the look of Anita. It's just the inspiration. And basically you can leave it like that. She didn't have a lot of gloss or lipstick on. A little bit gloss, a little gloss. I'm just using a clear gloss by NARS. But I've been really loving everything about like late 60s, early 70s, like fashion and makeup. I've been obsessive in watching like all these videos on it. But so I really do like this look. I find that it's something that's very wearable even today. You wouldn't look at it and clock it as like a vintage or retro style makeup, but it was. And Anita Pallenberg is just one of the coolest people I think in like rock and roll history. So that's why I chose her to do this look. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching all the way through to the end. If you have any questions or if you try this look, let me know in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks. Bye.